Oh, buddy, old pal.
What's up, weirdo? Shade Tree Surgeon here once again with the amazing, the beautiful, the lovely Miss Chloe Cox. I don't know who's more of a sucker, me or her, but the fact that I managed to lure her once again into my lair, one of us is messing up. I just don't know which one. Last time we had Chloe in the Brat Star Extended Universe. It was on the Shaylisi channel, and she was teaching Chloe how to ride a motorcycle for the very first time on the Trail 125 and murdered it. She did so good, dude. What's up with them guns?
I wanted to show everybody that I'm ready for a push-up challenge. My muscles are for loving, not for fighting.
Yeah, she has muscles so she can hug so tight and never let go. Never let go forever and ever and ever. Just you and me, 1,000 years. So Chloe learned how to ride for the very first time on a Trail 125. The only problem with the Trail 125 is it doesn't have a clutch. And that's a fun bike to learn on, but today you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn how to ride a clutch. And we're gonna do that on the XR 150L that we just picked up. Yeah, so a lot of people last time were like pretty upset that you weren't wearing the proper gear, Chloe.
I figured I'd wear chaps because that's like obviously biker gear.
Yeah, chaps are biker gear. Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly what exactly what everybody had in mind, but it's exactly what I had in mind. All right, let's go over the XR 150L. We got her all geared up, all the gear, all the time. She's got chaps. She's got big old freaking boots over there. My girl is ready to go. We're not gonna go any faster than we went last time.
All right.
Last time we kept it under no more than second gear. We'll be really careful. I just want you to get the basics of how to use a clutch. We will put a helmet on you. If you want to wear a helmet now, you can. I'll leave it in your hands.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you to wear a helmet?
No.
Is that what we're looking for here?
No.
Yeah, you
I'm
sure?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna wear a helmet.
Are you telling me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of girl you are. Do you like to be told what to do, or do you like to do the telling? Both? No, both? That's following me around here. Oh my gosh, a switch, baby. Anyway, this is the XR 150L, also known as a switch, also known as a dual sport. That means it's a dirt bike and an adventure bike and an on-road bike. It does all sorts of things. It's mainly just really a little dirt bike though. It's 150 cc's. It's only 25 cc's bigger than the one you learned on, so it has a little more power, but not much. Front brake here, we remember that. Your rear brake down there for the size 9s, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
How could we forget? And then of course your throttle here. Go ahead, give that a twist. So you remember the throttle, everything's the same. Nothing's different. It's gonna be a little higher up, but you got them big old size 9s holding you up, those big old boots, so I think you're gonna be fine. Yeah, nothing's different, except for the clutch. On a motorcycle, a clutch is your best friend. Gets you out of trouble, can also get you into a lot of trouble. Because see, another switch, it does both. It doesn't matter what you do over here. You could rev this thing to the moon. If you have that pulled in, go ahead and grab it and pull in that lever. Now, once you have that pulled in, you have separated the engine from the transmission and the rear wheel. So no matter what you do, you rev it all you want, redline it. Nothing's gonna happen if you have that pulled in. Once you let it go, now it's time to go. And it is what we would call progressive. So that's not a switch. We did say it was a switch, but it's not a switch, progressive. So the more you let it out, the more it's engaged. And once it's all the way out, we're now fully engaged. Vice versa when you're pulling it in. You imagine the engine spinning a large disc with friction material on it. And as you slowly let it out and slowly let those two things merge and become one, you go and have fun. And also, as if anything bad happens, you just pull in the clutch and no more power to the ground. So if you're like, I don't like what's happening, I'm going too fast, the first thing you do is pull in that clutch. I don't like this, pull in the clutch. So that's the shifter. We remember the shifter from last time. The Trail 125 does have a shifter. The difference is on this shifter, we are going 1 down for first gear and 4 up for the rest of the gear, with neutral residing in between first and second gear. I'm not a creep, I'm just an enthusiast, right? It's different, right?
I just really love
Very
boobs.
different. Careful not to kick our camera back there. The white camera is Patreon only. Sorry, boys. So go ahead and stand it up, see how you feel on it.
Okay.
Feeling pretty good. Turn the key on. Now pull in your clutch. You've ascertained that you're in neutral. Another way that you can make sure that you're in neutral is by rocking the bike back and forth. Let her rip, baby. Start her up.
That button?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
Let your clutch out very slowly until you feel it start to engage. And you'll feel it. You're getting closer. There you go. See, you feel it starting to engage. Now pull it back in. Do that a couple times just so you know where it starts engaging.
Oh.
So go ahead and let it out again. And as soon as you start to move, pull it right back in. Pull it in. There you go.
Okay.
Again. Again. There you go. I just want you to know where it is, what it feels like, right? Now, if you were really careful, you could probably get yourself moving with just the clutch, but we're gonna start adding a little bit of throttle in it, just the smallest amount. Give that a little twist and see how the throttle feels. You're good, it's all good. If anything bad happens, just pull the clutch back in and you're all good.
Oh, okay, one more time. Oh.
You're all good. It takes a couple tries, it's not a big deal. You're okay. There you go, good job. Hey, yeah. Through the bump and everything. Furthest you've got though, that was great.
Yeah.
No, let's go again.
Okay,
Clutch
again.
in. Remember? There you go. There you go. There you go. Heck yeah. Great job. Remember, you can pull it in anytime you want. There you go. Oh my God. I didn't even tell her to put her feet. You're good. You're good. You're great.
Yeah.
Remember to look where you want to go. Remember, look at me. Look where you want to go. You can do it. Just look ahead. Don't look at your hands.
I was like, not the brick wall.
You're doing great. Don't worry. You're fine. Look at you go. Perfect.
Hey.
Hell yeah. You're doing it. Come on. Go right around me. Go behind me. Give us a loop.
Okay.
Remember, look where you want to go. Good job, Chloe. There you go. Wide open spaces, girl. You got it. Perfect. Look at you. You're fine. See? Come on, dude. Give me some loops. Give me some figure eights, baby.
I'm doing it.
You are. I'm very proud of you. You're killing it, girl. Dude, wow. Graduated. All right, pull that clutch in when you stop. Good job.
Wow, and then just...
No, you're gonna go again.
Again?
Yeah. The important thing we're doing right now is practicing starting and stopping. So you want to be able to take off smoothly. So when you're at a stoplight, there isn't Joe Schmo in his freaking lifted F-350 honking his train horn at you like, get out of the way, who taught you how to drive? Yeah, that's not great for when you're first learning how to ride a motorcycle. And everybody who first learns how to ride a motorcycle knows exactly the situation I'm talking about. It happens to everybody. You stall and you're upset and somebody is even more upset behind you. And you're like, I'm new, I don't know what to do. Cut me some slack here.
There's no way they could be mad at me.
Personally, I'm finding it...
They'd be like, I guess we can wait.
Personally, I'm finding it pretty hard to be mad at you too. I saw when you moved your handlebars a little bit, you accidentally revved it a little.
Yeah, I did.
Remember we talked about that before?
Yeah, what do you call
Keep your hands kind of whiskey throttle.
Whiskey throttle.
So just keep your hands loose. You know, don't give it a death grip because that's what causes you to do that. Okay. So pull this in?
Yeah.
All the way in? You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
This controls everything. Yeah. As long as that's in there, you're not going anywhere.
For sure. I'm always like, I'm delicate.
A delicate flower. I can tell by those pythons you're packing there, kiddo. Look at that.
Look at these hugs.
For hugs, dude. What kind of hugs are you giving, dude? You're gonna squeeze all the jelly out of someone. Feather that. You can feather it in and out as you're giving it gas, and then you'll start to go. There you go. Get them feet up. There you go. Again, go, Chloe. Hell yeah. Pull on your clutch. Hit your brakes. Now start up again. Remember, you can give it all the gas you want as long as you control it with the clutch. There you go. Now look where you want to go. All right, go ahead and come to a stop again. I know this isn't as fun because we're doing a lot of stopping instead of going. Oh, got to remember that clutch. Go ahead, start it up again and practice taking off again. All right, go ahead. Heck yeah. All right, come up to me and come to a stop again. Remember to pull in that clutch. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now take off again.
Okay, let's see.
That gas ain't gonna hurt you as long as you got control of the clutch. You can give it more. There you go. All right, go ahead and come here and come to a stop again. Clutch in. There you go. Good job using them brakes. All right, take off again. You don't have to be shy with the gas because you are in control. The power is in your hands, baby.
I'm in control.
There you go. See, that's easier, right? All right, come to a stop again. Remember to pull that clutch in. There you go. All right, take off again.
Doing good.
You're doing well. Hey, Chloe, you're doing very well. You know, it takes a lot of people way longer to learn this. You're doing good. Okay, so don't be frustrated. I know it's a little. It can be a little frustrating. All right, good.
It's like
All right, cool. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, remember, keep them revs up because you can turn it off anytime you want with the clutch. There you go. Yes. Yeah, that was it. Yes. Good job. You are freaking killing it. All right, I'm going to make you come to a stop again, though. I know, lots of stopping. You got it, though. You're killing it. You're doing so well. All right, go ahead. Do the same thing again. You're getting these startups down. You're getting it.
Oh.
You're okay.
Such a good run.
You're learning it, and every bike is different. There you go. Good job. You are killing it, kiddo. All right, come to a stop. Yes, good job. How you feeling?
Great.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Like,
good. You're doing
I
great.
could just practice all day.
Well, then go again.
Yeah, let's see what we're
Yes,
yeah.
good job. Good job, Chloe. All right, as you're coming to a stop, click it down into first. And now pulling that clutch, there you go. And do it all over again. You're doing so good.
Yeah.
Is it all coming together?
Yeah, it feels really good.
Heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. Motorcycles should always be fun. The minute it's not fun, then we're not having fun, and that's not what motorcycles are about.
It's so much fun.
There you go, good job. Good job. All right, come on in. Don't forget that clutch, there you go. All right, this is what I'm gonna have you do now, okay? Now you're gonna go from me watching you starting and stopping, to free roaming. I'm setting you free, baby. If you love someone, set them free. And if they are truly meant to be yours, they will always come back. I don't know if I'll always let them back though, because I like to set them free and just stay free for a while, okay? How can I miss you if you won't go away? You're now free roaming. Go all over the property. Practice shifting between first and second. If you have to go slow to get through something, you know, there's some broken down cars back there. And if you want to go a little faster, switch back up into second, you're on your own. I'm cutting ties. Be gone with you.
It was fun while it lasted.
All I can say is this. Thanks for the memories. Oh, that was bad. All right, take off.
Oh.
I said go. Farewell,
Okay.
goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir.
It's okay.
Listen up, baby. I'd find it hard to leave me too.
Yeah.
There you go. I just couldn't let her go. I'm chasing her down on the trail 125. Oh, I'm trying to. You know, old Ed March makes riding this one-handed look a lot easier. Chasing down Chloe on the trail 125, I feel like Pepe Le Pew right now. You know what? I think she gets me, because trust me, my favorite thing is always the chase. She's freaking gone. Look at her go. You're loving it. She's loving it, baby. Hey, just a note to all you would-be hopefuls out there who want to join Shade Tree Army's freak show, just keep me chasing, keep me running, and I'll never leave you alone. You're freaking killing it. You're doing great. I don't know how great I'm doing. This one-handed camera work on the trail is kind of tough. You're freaking doing great. Keep on going. Go ahead. Do your thing. Well, we made a command decision. It's getting a little dark, and not only is it getting a little dark, but my girl Chloe here is getting a little faster. Too fast for love, baby. Now that we're getting a little bit faster, it was definitely time to stick a lid on her. Go ahead, Dane. We ain't got to stop till the sun goes down, and this thing's got a headlight. We don't even have to stop when the sun goes down. Hell yeah, dude.
You know what that means, fellas.
Oh, wait a second. I'm not sure what that means, but I aim to find out. I'll report back in later, boys. All right, Chloe, you've learned how to ride a bike. You've learned how to work a clutch. And now that you know how to ride a motorcycle, you know what the next step is? You got to learn how to work on a motorcycle. You can't just ride them.
I want to ride them.
Cut. Interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast for a message from our sponsors. Yes, what a sellout. Shade Tree Surgeon, the sellout, taking sponsors for videos. The sponsor for this video, as always, is me. Me, the royal we, myself, Shay Lisi, and all of you. Thank you for keeping this channel independent with Brapstar. Brapstar is the concept that binds us, that brings us all together. The idea that I don't really care where you come from, what you look like, or what you smell like, to a certain degree anyway. If you like bike, I know I like at least one thing about you, and if I can find one thing, I'll usually find another thing. When we first started making Brapstar merchandise, I decided that I was going to deliver every single order to the dreaded USPS by motorcycle, at least as long as I could. That Goldwing back there has delivered thousands of Brapstar packages into the eager, greasy, sticky, grasping, cabbage-smelling hands of all you weirdos out there. But eventually I had to concede and say I can't take all of them on the Goldwing anymore. There was just too many. I didn't want people waiting for their packages, so we started putting them in the truck. But that doesn't mean they still don't throw them on the Goldwing when we don't have a lot. Let's load this sucker up. Perfect. Yep. That ain't going nowhere. Here's the trick, boys. When you already have no rear suspension on your motorcycle, you can't overload the rear suspension. Subscribe for more life hacks with Shade Tree Surgeon. I can feel this thing catching wind back there. We're pretty tall right now. I love it though. I shall always deliver Brapstar packages by motorcycle whenever I can. And whenever I can is like a load like this, because I will go to great lengths to still ride my motorcycle to my arch nemesis lair, the USPS, to deliver your Brapstar packages. And I'm not going to say his name, but you know who you are if you're watching right now. My heart goes out to you, and I hope you make it through this. But I recently sent out an email if you pre-ordered the Grim E. Newman bomber jacket, because once I got them in my hands, they weren't exactly what I was expecting they were going to be. I thought they were going to be a lot thicker, a lot heavier, and they ended up being more windbreakers than jacket. But I said jacket on the website, so I sent an email to everyone with a video of the product, showing them what it looks like, what it feels like. I don't think it's a bad product. I don't have it marked up over what it's worth for what I had to pay to get them made. I just didn't want someone to see jacket in the description and think that they were getting like a thick double fleece jacket, and I don't know, it didn't feel right. Sent it out, and I just offered a full refund to anybody who maybe ordered it and it wasn't what they expected it to be. A bunch of people emailed me back, but nobody actually asked for a refund. Everyone's still stoked to get them. But I did get one email from a gentleman, and he said, hey man, I ordered a bunch of stuff, but please don't send the jacket. Keep the money for it. But me and my girlfriend broke up, and it just is sensitive right now, and I don't want to even see the jacket. Just please don't put it in there. Keep the money, but don't send the jacket. Well, my brother, I'm gonna do you one better than that, that's for sure. I went ahead and threw way more than whatever you spent on the jacket, like way more than the jacket was worth in there to make up for it. And I'm personally delivering it on the back of this motorcycle. Not every single package got delivered on the motorcycle, but I made sure yours did. I'm sure you're going through a tough time. I hope seeing me talk about this doesn't make it worse, but let me tell you right now, there's a bunch of weirdos in Florida who are thinking about you and hope that you see the light at the end of the tunnel. And for me, that's always been the amazing thing about Brapstar, about YouTube, about motorcycles, is I don't care how alone I am in the world. When I've got motorcycles, we got all those Brapstar weirdos out there. When I got that, I'm never alone, and neither are you, my man. This is why I don't think I could ever go to drop shipping, why I don't think I could ever just like completely remove myself from active participation in every single order, because a lot of the people who order stuff, I see your names in emails. Like, I've seen you guys commenting for years. I read your order notes. That makes my day. When someone leaves an order note and talks about their motorcycle or tells me what they're up to or, you know, what they're thinking, like, I love that. And we read every single one, and it's so freaking cool. And if you ever left an order note and you're like, wow, I got way more in my package than I thought I was going to get, a bunch of stuff I didn't order on top of it, that's because I read your order note and I was like, oh man, you freaking rock. I'm a bad businessman, admittedly. I shouldn't be doing that, but I'm gonna. You know, we ain't Buddy Bezos over there at the Amazon factory. I give all the girls in Shade Tree Surgeons labor camp for wayward women. I do give them bathroom breaks, okay? Unpaid, of course. That's how I keep the prices so cheap. Pass the savings on to you. Unpaid female labor. But they do get bathroom breaks. Yeah, we ain't got no 2-day shipping. We might take a little bit longer. When you get your Brapstar merch, there might be a cat hair from Arthur on it. We're not perfect over here, but I don't know, man. I just couldn't go to drop shipping. I couldn't go to not being involved in this, because every single person who orders something means so much to me. And I look at the names and I say their names out loud, and I look at to where it's going in the country or even the world, and it makes me feel so good. It makes me go, man, there's a lot of weirdo bikers out there all over this world. Like I always say, keep a lookout in your area for Brapstar merch, pins, patches, and shirts, because there are local greasy weirdos on motorcycles who want to get to know you. Every time I hear a story about somebody meeting a new riding buddy and riding together because they saw a Brapstar pin, patch, or shirt and they started talking, that makes my freaking day. On the website, we're working on something here cool. It's not ready yet, but I want people to know where they are in the country, what kind of bikes they ride, what they're interested in doing. That way all you weirdos out there can meet up and be greasy together. Just a whole country of greasy little piggies. I love it. Oh, country world, baby. I gotta be careful on these turns. The freaking whole bike wants to flip over, dude. We are top heavy, baby. Once more unto the breach, boys, as we enter the lair of my arch nemesis. Got away with it again, baby. In and out, leaving behind only a gust of yon ill wind. It's not my stench, I swear. It's just this is running on one carburetor. I got the choke on. It's running a little rich, okay? Huge thanks to all you weirdos out there helping me give the USPS yet another sleepless night. And in all seriousness, huge thank you for always helping keep this channel independent. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Let's all go to the lobby.
You know, I thought this channel was about motorcycles, so let's get back to motorcycles. Right, y'all? Maybe later. Cut scene.
The show starts in 1 minute.
All right, now that it's taught multiple people how to... Actually, let's get this in frame here. Now that it's taught multiple people how to ride, it's time for the XR 150 to go on the lift. Not because it's broken, the Honda can take a whole hell of a lot more abuse than we just threw at it. It's because I need to put some stuff on this to kind of set it up for me. BlissfulEllie says I'm a good size at 5'12 and a half, even though some of the girls I hang around with got a few inches on me, but I do weigh 300 pounds, and at that height and that weight, this bike is not made for me, even though I feel like this bike is made for me. I don't know who they made these pegs for, but it definitely was wasn't me, baby. I wear a size 14 extra wide, and the size of these foot pegs definitely feels made for the Asian market. Let's supersize these suckers. I just had old buddy Bezos deliver us some Chinesium specials here. I'm not trying to go wild on putting parts on a $2,900 bike. I think these will work just fine and be a whole hell of a lot bigger than what's on there. I think these things were like 20 bucks. As far as functional upgrades go, don't get much easier than this, does it? Next upgrade, I guess I didn't really need it. But I don't know, man. Bash guards just look really cool on dual sports, and this is really like a mini little dual sport. And if I'm gonna take it any longer than 10, 15 miles, I'm gonna wanna be able to stretch my legs out because you're a little cramped on this thing at 5'12 and a half. And this will make a great place to mount some highway pegs and maybe some auxiliary lights if I ever want them. Seeing as only one single bolt holds this in, I don't really think you're gonna do too much bashing with this bash plate. Like I said, it's really just for me to mount stuff on, and seeing as that one single bolt is an actual engine mount, I don't think I'll be using the Chinesium hardware they sent. The Chinesium foot pegs and this bash plate are enough. I don't need it holding in my motor too. We'll replace that with their own hardware that's grade 8. I mean, for just being some crappy Buddy Bezos special, it fits really well. Not crazy about these, but I don't really want to drill holes in the frame to bolt it onto the frame just right now. I think eventually I'll probably either weld a bung in here if I keep this. I'm not really sure. Anytime you can avoid drilling a hole in your frame, that's probably a good thing. But again, just not crazy about hose clamps holding this on either. I've never actually taken the seat off this thing, and I don't know how it comes off. I don't know how to service the air filter. There's a bunch of stuff I don't know about this motorcycle, so pull some panels off and see what's down there. Whatever it is, I can't imagine it's very complicated, but it's good to know. Over here we got our battery. Good to know if I need to give it a jump, or like I said, I can push start this thing. It's cool that these little 10mm bolts back here, they also give you a flathead screw option on them, so you can remove this with minimal tools. Battery, starter relay. I imagine these are relays for the lights or something like that. Let's go take a peek at the other side. I assume that the air filter's over there. We've got our air filter access, which looks like it does have to be accessed by taking the seat off. I kind of wish you could take the seat off without removing the side panels, but that's pretty normal for a dirt bike. I also just want to take a peek in here and see what kind of air filter it has. This bolt right here has a little bit of corrosion on it. Not a really big deal, but kind of weird for a brand new bike. Okay, we have a regular, like, automotive style paper filter, and it is actually screwed in. That's just interesting. I thought we were going to have a foam style filter. Let's also see if we can pull this sucker off and get a couple extra miles an hour out of it. That's sometimes wishful thinking, but sometimes it also does work. Sometimes they do not make them with removable baffles. We're about to see. It's a spark arrestor, which I think I feel okay taking out. I am going to save this because there are some places that'll want to go with this possibly, or you have to have a spark arrestor, but for right now, just riding around on the street, definitely not necessary. I'm just glad they didn't weld the thing in. Cool. Definitely gonna save this, but for right now, don't need it. Next up is what I would call required equipment for me, anyway, for literally almost any dirt bike or off-road machine I've ever been on, and that's ROX risers. These are 2-inch ROX risers, and I'm telling you, these adjustable risers, I have them on my KTM, I've got them on my Goldwing, I've got them on literally everything that I'm gonna ride off-road, except my Sportster. I've got ROX risers on because they work amazing, they're phenomenal. This is not sponsored. Trust me, if you're over 5'10", you want these. It doesn't look like much when you just sit here and look at it on camera, but I promise you it makes such a huge difference. Make sure I've got all my angles right here, how I'm gonna want it. Yes, that is much better. Again, not sponsored, but one of the few places I would consider a sponsorship from, because I use it all the time. 3 days left. Only 3 days left to grab a ticket for glory, power, ultimate power. For only 25 bucks, you too can sit astride this fantastic phallus of a motorcycle. Some may say if you show up on a 2300cc, 150 horsepower motorcycle that you're making up for something. But at the end of the day, when you crack that throttle wide open, spin that rear tire loose, lift up the front end on an 800-pound motorcycle, who cares what you're making up for? Because you're definitely making up for it. Yeah, making up for it with a little bit left over. We'll be pulling the ticket for whoever's winning this Triumph Rocket 3, plus a plane ticket, a one-way plane ticket to Florida to hang out with us, drink beer, go fishing, and then ride this sucker back to wherever you live. We're pulling that this Saturday at the Forgotten Angels Weirdo Brat Star Family Reunion Camp Out. We're pulling it live on stage, so grab your ticket now. If you buy $100 worth of tickets, that does get you into the camp out for free the entire weekend. And as always, every single dollar goes directly to Forgotten Angels, so Dave and Cindy can continue to fight the cycle of abuse in the foster care system. If you guys don't know what we do, that is what we do. We are fighting an impossible fight. It's the fight against homelessness. Homelessness is an epidemic. You've seen the tents on the street. You've seen the way these cities look. It's terrifying. It's scary. And the problem seems undefeatable. And it might be undefeatable, but that doesn't mean that we can't affect some kind of change that we can feel good about. And that's what we're doing. Together, we're changing the world and we're attacking homelessness at its source. Young men and women who've been failed by their parents, never given a chance, and then failed by the government, and then failed by the foster care system. They are on a one-way track to living in a tent city, being addicted to fentanyl, and falling through the cracks and becoming an incredibly horrible waste of life. We cut it off right at the source. We provide these young men and women with resources they need to survive, teach them how to be productive members of society. It's the kind of stuff that I wish I had gotten when I was a kid, even though I did have a family. If you fought through that as a kid, you know how important it is. You know what Dave and Cindy are doing, and you know that every single dollar on this raffle right here goes directly to make the world a better place and help somebody who has less than you do. Now, if you don't have a lot, do not buy a raffle ticket. This is to help somebody who has nothing. And if you're close to having nothing, don't put yourself in a bad position by buying one of these raffle tickets. But if you can afford it, if you can make that sacrifice for 25 bucks, well, karma might point her finger at you and say, today's your lucky day and you're taking off on a Triumph Rocket 3. Of course, after we get you nice and hungover. Come on vacation, leave on probation, baby. That's how we do it here in Florida. That link's down below. Jump on it now. We're going to be doing a live stream directly after this video on the Shay Lisi channel, so make sure you hop over there. Yes, actually, pretty much right now. So I'll talk to you guys in just a minute. Until next time, which is minutes from now, keep it weird, y'all.
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Armies of the night, evil taking flight. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Panic spreading far and wide. Can the world oppose the deadliest of foes? Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Who will risk it all to end the evil call of Shade Tree? Army. Shade Tree, army. They never give up, they never say die, walking tall with banners high. Shade Tree Army, a ruthless gang of scum, villains, freaks, and bikers determined to rule the world.